I swear it is not dark in my apartment all the time. It's just that, I like to keep the mood chill in my room. And so that's why you've got this like pink hue in the background. Anyway, I got top surgery, and a lot of people are asking how that affected my MS. So I'm just gonna start with before surgery. Before surgery, I was nervous, like everybody, not overly nervous, just a normal amount of nervous. And I had two things: emotional fatigue, and I had this pain in my head that was pretty bad. And those were the sort of like the two worst things about this whole experience so far. Um, the emo fatigue happened because I was doing a lot of stuff to prepare. I had a DJ night I had to do, and I sort of like got caught not at home in a situation with emotional fatigue. And this is why I tell everybody it's really important to make sure you're at home when this happens, if you can predict it at all. Sometimes it's just totally unpredictable, situational. There's nothing you can do about it. MS is a wild card. Other times it's predictable. This time it was definitely predictable. Um, so anyway, could have avoided it. Didn't. I'm human. Trying to be better. Um, as Skylar would say, less human, more being. Um, if you haven't seen, I think his screen name's Skylark11. Um, he's got great videos, uh, and to just sort of explaining like basic trans stuff. He's been transitioned for about 7 years, and he's recently gone back and sort of like simplified a lot of like the questions and sort of and made cool little videos. So check him out. Um, anyway, back to me. Um, so the other one was this pain in my head that I get sometimes, and I was happy because I realized when I got it, I hadn't got it in a really long time, and this was like a perfectly good time to be getting nervous and getting a weird symptom. And so I got this unfortunate, painful symptom for a couple days in my head, and it sucks. Um, it feels kind of like pressure and just pain. So I try to meditate. As soon as my friends showed up to pick me up for the surgery, I totally calmed down, and I didn't have that feeling anymore. Um, Josephine's just gonna join me. Um, anyway, when surgery came around, I had a pre-op appointment and told them that I have, my MS is reactive to temperature, so they knew not to like change temperature quickly in the room or anything like that, which they are unlikely to do, but or just cover me with too many blankets or whatever. Um, ORs are pretty cold, so not much of a concern. Um, Surgery went well. It was a double mastectomy, periareolar, so they went in through my nipples to do all of the work to take that tissue out. Um, I have a smaller chest, so they can do that rather than a double incision surgery. Um, you know, you can, if you want, you should check out some other trans guys sites that talk about the difference between those two surgeries. Um, so that went well. After the surgery, I couldn't walk. I I recovered for about 2 hours. I definitely needed help walking, probably a little more than the average person. People with MS, after lying down for a while, tend to get stiff muscles. Even after sitting in a chair at a desk or something for a while, you kind of a lot of times you need to work it out for a couple of steps before you can really walk normally. And I'm one of those people. So um, I stayed in a hotel next door. My friends wheeled me over there, took care of me, came home. Post surgery, I had a hand tremor, but the pain in my head was totally gone. Um, uh, Not really in any thanks to the painkillers, which I was allergic to. Um, but I think my nerves were like, I felt really pretty calm afterwards, so everything was good. Um, Only thing about my hand tremor was that I still need to give myself my T shots. So like, how was I going to do that? Um, because it's also, hard with a tremor, but it's hard when you've had a double mastectomy to put a needle in your ass. Um, so I had a couple friends scheduled to come over, but both of them forgot. So, life happens, stuff happens. Um, Hormones affect MS. Changes in hormones affect MS. So I was starting to get emo. I was getting like, and I had to go to the doctor the next day, and I wasn't sure if he was allowed to give me my shot. So I did something I shouldn't have. I took an hour to carefully arrange my stuff and give myself my shot. I just did everything in super slow motion, which is my safety tactic for when I'm feeling funny from MS or anything else. Um, and I may have, strained myself a little bit doing that. Um, so I recommend getting someone to give yourself your shot. Post surgery, definitely. If you're doing the shot and you're not doing the cream. Um, the next shot I did, I took my time. It went fine. It was challenging. I just did my third one. I do them once a week. So this one, I probably shouldn't have done either. um, my hand was shaky. I couldn't use that hand, so I had to use my other hand, which was not ideal. Um, and I ended up bleeding a little bit and probably gonna have a bruise, but you know, whatever. We live and learn, right? Let's see. I think that's about it. I had to hear my voice crack. It happens a lot. Um, Gaining weight. Can't go to the gym. Totally frustrated about that. My back does hurt. I have a symptom in my shoulder where my shoulder hurts when I don't exercise, and I can't exercise, so it's hurting. Uh, that whatever you can do to calm down is good for both MS and healing. A lot of people meditate to heal. They meditate to calm down. I'm doing it for both reasons. Post surgery fatigue. I checked in with my parents, and um, they had fatigue about a month after they've had surgeries before. They say they get fatigue for about a month, and it sounds a lot like the fatigue I'm having. So I don't think I'm having too much extra fatigue or anything from my MS, just maybe normal. I get tired about an hour earlier than I normally do during the day. Usually I get tired around 1 from MS fatigue, and it's like 12:30 now. So big deal. Um, Taking a lot of naps seems to be normal, um, but nothing too out of the park. So everything's gone pretty well, I would say. Um, and I think that's it. Later.